defensive type of performances we've seen when you guys have had these type of wins. What did you see from your team to kind of flush the Florida loss and maybe some of the defensive performances you weren't as pleased with recently to get that result today?
Yeah, we certainly, like every game, win or lose, try to learn from the video. We didn't hardly practice on Thursday. Just felt like we were going to try to ease up a little bit. Even Friday wasn't quite as long. Didn't have as much physicality segments to it, and just trying to sell them on, being fresher for the game and, not having anything in their mind that, they were tired, etc. So I don't know if that helped or not, but I thought that they played, the way that we feel like for the most part is how we need to play to win games. And I know it isn't always aesthetically pleasing for everybody, but you get into conference games against good teams and you've got to maybe slow it down a little bit, and it becomes, somewhat of a rock fight. And that was a classic rock fight this afternoon.
We'll go to Paul, Benjamin, and Danny P. down the line to coach.
Two questions. I guess, first of all, when did you let Josh know that he would get his first start?
Yeah, about 90 minutes before the game. We just gave him a heads up that that's what we were going to do, and that was about it.
You've stressed over the past couple of weeks about rebounding, but was it just a matter of effort or right positioning, or what did you see from there without seeing the film?
I just think we were more mortared up. What we talked about going into the game Thursday, Friday, and even at the shoot around and meetings before the game was we just focused on two areas. We talked about we have to play harder than them. I know it's an old school concept, everybody says it, but we really leaned into focusing on just competing, each and every possession. There's 70 plus possessions around there, right, give or take, and it couldn't be, for 40 minutes, it had to be every possession. We had to have, just that compete head on every single time. And then our goal was to get 20 offensive rebounds. We only got 14. We had 11 at half. I thought we were on our way. We didn't miss, like 10 shots, I think, in the second half, so there wasn't as many to get. But we felt like the one thing that we did well at Florida was rebound the ball. We had 22 offensive rebounds, and we kind of wanted to sell our guys that that's the way we need to play. If we continue to do that, we can be successful. And they were the two things. Certainly we talked scout, game planning and all the things you normally do, but we just really focused on those two areas, and I, basically promised them that if you did that, we'd win the game. Fortunately, we did.
What's it mean for a guy like Cam Matthews, who does so many things for you guys so well, to have a game where he comes out and gets a little bit more in the spotlight and scores some points?
I mean, he's so valuable to us. Obviously, Auburn did a terrific job of pressuring us, and we've had some issues with that in the past, and continue to tell our guys that if we don't clean it up and are sharper in that category, that everybody will do it. And that's what they do anyway, the type of pressure that they showed us. They were a little more aggressive with trapping, but we started just to design inbound plays where Cam was just going to be the one that caught the ball. He's willing to do that, and those don't even show up on the stat sheet. How many catches did he have in our press offense to alleviate some stress for our basketball team, and they don't show up. So he's invaluable for us. He's our engine, he's our personality, and comes with that with some responsibility. He's got to do it all the time, and one of the radio guys was telling me in warm-ups that he looked different. So hopefully we can try to capture that, whatever he did or whatever he ate or whatever. I don't know what he listened to before the game, but I'm certainly going to ask him and try to replicate that going forward.
Coach, not only did you out-rebound them, but you did something when you got the rebounds with 12 to 3, second chance for them. Just how big was those?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. We haven't finished as well as we would like around the basket throughout the year, but when I watch these other teams play and the SEC play, it's so darn physical and everybody's so big and strong that a lot of other teams struggle finishing around the basket. And we brought the big old bags out Friday and did some new drills or old school drills and just tried to beat them up a little bit and more just to get them to understand that, when we get those rebounds or we get those deep post catches, that we've got to capitalize. We've got to stick the ball in the hole and figure out a way to finish against, length and physicality, and I thought we were better at it today.
Go to the coach's left with Justin.
Chris, you mentioned not being aesthetically pleasing for fans or whatever, but is there any, I guess, satisfaction for you guys being able to win a game like this, doing it your way guess with maybe groans coming from the outside about the offense and all that stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea what the outside's saying. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I just want to win, and whatever style of play we have to play to win the game is all I care about. I don't care if the game's in the 90s or the 60s. You just got to figure out a way to win games.
Go ahead, Steph.
Nobody led by more than 6 in this game, and it was a 1-point game when, you know, Hubbard hit that 3 to make it a 2-possession game. Just what do you think the way he's kind of stepped up in those moments, and, you know, against top 10 teams this year, he's had some of his best performances, the way that he kind of embraces those situations?
What I remember most is he hit a big shot. I don't know if exactly the one you're talking about, but it was the last couple minutes of the game, and man, he looked at me like he scored on me. I'm like, man, I'm with you. Like, what do we got going here, man? Like, I mean, it was pretty stone cold. It was pretty stone cold, and, you know, made me feel really good inside. Like, he's not afraid of the big moment. He's obviously not afraid to take the big shots. He's been doing it his entire career, and you know, it's nice to have someone out there like that.